Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, let's talk about playing with long, broad strokes. Ayan, ano ba yung benefits na pwede nitong ibigay sa yung playing and how it could help you even further develop not just your slow bowing but also your fast passages or fast pieces. Ayan. Because when we talk about long and broad strokes, parang ang pumapasok agad sa isip natin is that we are only playing slow pieces. But in reality, you could use long broad strokes in fast passages as well. You just have to understand how it works and how it can benefit you in your playing. Okay? So a lot of beginners start off with 16 notes, 8 notes yung tinutugtog, because when we play fast, we generally use only the middle part of the bow, kung nasaan yung balance point niya or your center of gravity of the bow, because it's the easiest spot for you to play, di ba? Usually done. Parang it's a set it and forget it thing na basta nandun ako, maganda yung sound na kakalabasan. It's a very neutral ground when it comes to tone production, yung part na yun ng bow. Now, if you want to understand other parts of your bow, doon na pumapasok yung pagpapractice ng broad strokes, long broad strokes. So when we talk about those things, usually full bow strokes, na ginagawa natin. It could be slow, it could be fast, and there's benefits to both, But practicing them regularly, even if you're not playing pieces with those types of bowing, can help improve the sound quality. Okay? Bakit? Number one, because you're using all of your bow, When we try to use all of our bows, nagiging mas responsive yung arm movement natin. We are activating more muscles or activating the right muscles, properly moving them within their range of motion, thus making our sound more focused, Hindi siya ipet, mas maluwag natin siya mapapatunog. And then another thing is, when you understand how that works, you also have the feel, yung kung saan ba tayo mag-a-apply ng pressure, saan tayo magbabawas ng pressure kapag gumagamit tayo ng full bow. Because again, if you start from here going to the tip, hindi pwedeng isang bow pressure lang yung i-apply natin. It's not going to be the same feeling here and the same feeling here. Because if that happens, it's either mawawalan ng sound or magiging scratchy yung tunog. So there's a lot of experimentation, trial and error that will happen. Now, if you practice them regularly, kahit open strings lang na long, broad strokes, kahit pabilis pa ng pabilis yun, as long as you're trying to maximize your bowing, mas makukuha mo yung gusto mong sound out of them, Okay? So, when you practice it slowly, you understand how your hand is supposed to feel versus just playing here, di ba? So, let's say mag-scale ka. You're starting from a full bow, let's say 4 beats, pero gusto mo talaga paabutin ng full bow. So, 2, 3, 4. You get a better understanding of each beat, Kasi each beat corresponds to a different part of the bow, making you try and analyze, within that span of, let's say, 1 or 2 or 4 beats, kung gaano karaming changes yung mangyayari. And you get used to that. So now that if a piece tells you that you need to play at that tip, alam mo kung gaano ka laking pressure yung kailangan mong i-apply. And if you're going to play on the frog, you know exactly how to adjust, even if you're gonna play fast strokes. Yeah. So it's important to note that it's going to depend, again, everything naman is dependent on the quality of the piece that you're playing, the sound quality that it needs. But having different types of sounds that you can produce with your bow is really important. Kasi ang nangyayari kasi for other students who are purely focusing on, let's say, playing fast on the middle bow, pag tumutugtog na sila ng mga pieces with broader strokes or longer strokes, they tend to stay on one end of the bow, no? Yun yung nangyayari. Parang some people, since madalas yung down bow is their normal strong stroke, ang nangyayari is they can't reach this part of the bow because the down bow has more space na nagagamit niya or more bow than the up bow. So, ang nangyayari dito na nagsistay when you're playing with even alternating equal strokes. Now, if you are playing with your long strokes, syempre, masasanay na yung movement ng arms natin. Magiging normal siya. In the sense na you could direct your bowing to any part of your bow. No, yan. So, magiging mas magalaw siya. Now, some people tend to utilize that range of motion because they fear na baka lumagpas yung bow, and they also fear na baka tumama yung metal parts of the bow into the strings. Well, that is also a good reason why not do it, but you have to practice it in order for you to get the most out of your bow. Kaya usually ang nangyayari pag mga beginners, 'di ba? Habang tumatagal sila na nagpe-play, nakikita natin nangingitim na yung end ng bow right here, no? Dito sa part na 'yan. Nagiging black siya. Not because you're not cleaning it, but because you're not utilizing that part. You're not getting to that part as much as you want and as much as you need. So, if you practice playing with a full bow, no? Ngayon, lalagpas at lalagpas talaga yan if you're starting out. And that's completely normal. It won't really damage your instrument or your strings if you do it. But, yun, lalagpas talaga siya. But, I would rather want to see my students na lumagpas and then correct it along the way than be like this, no? Kakontrolin nila yung bow. They prematurely stop, titigil sila thinking that they can't play it anymore kasi baka lumagpas, di ba? We want to at least reach that end. Ngayon, kung lumagpas, that's okay. You could always work on it, no? Pwede mo pa siyang pagandahin. Pwede mong ulit-ulitin. It's not gonna damage your instrument if lumagpas ka dito. You went over, no? Or you went over right here. Yun, no? So, kung lumagpas ka man, okay lang yun. You just have to practice and then try to reach the limits of your bowing. Now, when you are trying to play fast strokes, ngayon, mararamdaman mo na how active your hand is, no? Because again, when you're playing with fast strokes, nandun ka lang palagi. So, meron ng almost a default setting when we're playing fast strokes. Of course, you can still play fast here. You could play repeated fast notes here, but it's gonna bring you to the middle because, as we said, the faster your bowing is, the more you are inclined to go to the middle part of the bow because dun yung pinaka-relaxed and pinaka-efficient when we're playing. But making sure that you could use all, no? Talagang it's like stepping out of your comfort zone, di ba? Parang ganun siya when you're trying to play full bows, no? Na minsan hindi mo man siya magagamit right now, but at the end of the day, kapag nag-advance ka na, you at least you don't have to work super hard to get that skill of playing long and broad strokes, no? Plus, don't think na pang mabagal lang siya, no? Hindi lang naman puro ganun. You can also play with broad strokes with fast and aggressive sounding na mga pieces, di ba? Like for example, if there are accent markings, of course gagamit ka talaga ng longer strokes, di ba? Kailangan or martellato strokes. Gagamit ka ng broader range of motion, larger range of motion, and with that, you have more control kasi sanay ka ng lagi mo siyang ginagawa. So, try to practice it with your open strings. Try to practice it with scales. No? Try your best to make sure na magagamit mo siya. So, you can be as calm and as aggressive as you need, no? So, it's gonna work out your arms. It's gonna help you feel exactly where you need to be and help in maintaining a good sound with your playing. And sana nakatulong tong video na to. If it did, please do drop a like. Comment down below more content you'd like to see, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And check out everything you need. Links down in the description box below. Follow me on all my socials. This has been Ryan Monakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.